gridiron. Returning the kick is Michael Purdy, still on his feet, and he crosses the 30 out to the 32 where Portsmouth will have it.
You can see Portsmouth set up the wall on the backside. Purdy, I think he also runs the quarterback position for the Trojans, and that wall was set up real good. He's able to get a nice gain out of that.
Portsmouth quarterback is J.R. Glockner. He's thrown for about 500 yards on the season thus far in 3 games. Their top running back is Andrew Newman. He's rushed for close to 400 yards.
Number 16, Glockner calling a signal, setting the group.
J.R. Glockner over center at quarterback. And let's see if the Buckeyes jump the gun. Let's see if the Bucks were drawn off or if it's on Nelsonville-York. It will be on the Buckeyes. Offsides.
Quarterback hit that first count real hard, and right now the Buckeyes are just wanting to get this game started. Just jumped a little bit early, got the first penalty on the board.
So Portsmouth will have it 1st and 5 now on their own 37-yard line. Glockner will throw, and it is caught. And it is caught by Justin Nelson. He's got 265 receiving yards on 13 catches coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, and I heard he's going to be something to handle tonight. He's supposed to be an excellent receiver for the Trojans.
So Portsmouth gets a 1st down. They have it on their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. J.R. Glockner at quarterback. Steve Carr and Andrew Newman in the backfield. The handoff, it will not be handed off. Glockner rolling on the right side. He'll cross the 50 and go out of bounds at the Buckeye 48-yard line. Be a pickup of 3 or 4 yards.
So play action pass right now, as we talked about, they're trying to get the ball to number 3, which is Justin Nelson, trying to make things happen early.
2nd down and about 6 for Portsmouth on the Buckeye 48-yard line. Second down and 6 for the Trojans. Handoff straight up the middle, not a whole lot there. The Buckeyes all over that one. Pickup of 1, where to bring up 3rd and 5.
Hey, we're going to face more of a traditional type offense tonight with the Trojans. 2 spread, usually 2 running backs in the backfield all the time. Last couple weeks we've been facing that wing T type offense, a lot of misdirection. I think we're not going to see that tonight. I think we're going to see the Trojans come right at us, try to get the ball to the wide receivers on some quick hitters.
3rd and 5 for Portsmouth, just outside the Buckeye 46-yard line. See if the Bucks can hold. And the flag falls in. We might have another offsides on the Bucks.
Hey, it looked like he did crawl. All you have to do in high school is cross that plane. Once you've crossed that plane, the ball is automatically dead.
It was 3rd and 5, but it was a long 5. It looks like it'll still be a 3rd down situation after this 5-yard mark-off. Looks like it'd be 3rd down and maybe a half yard.
Tell you, that's something the coaches definitely won't be happy about. And you're taught as being a defensive lineman, the ball sitting right there. You never listen to the quarterback. You're always watching the ball. You move when the ball moves, and I'm sure Coach Boston right now is not going to be too happy about that.
And they actually got another foot or so out of that penalty, because that ball was outside the Buckeye 47, and now it's right on the 41. So that'll be a 1st down. First down and 10 for Portsmouth on the Buckeye 41. Out of the power I are the Trojans. Hand off to Andrew Newman. He's hitting the backfield, gets away from a would-be tackler. And he shows why he's a good running back as he breaks the tackle and takes it for a pickup of 6 to the Buckeye 35.
Hey, Joey Martin hit him first, and as you'd mentioned, we hit him 2 yards deep, and he just kept his feet moving.
2nd down and 4 now for Portsmouth, again at the Buckeye 35-yard line. 10 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the first quarter, no score. Opening drive of the game. Second down and 4 for Portsmouth. Glockner back to pass, throws, and it is caught by Nelson at the 30, and he takes it, and then he loses the football, but it looks like Portsmouth gets on it at the Buckeye 25, and they do.
I tell you, when the first official close, he actually came up and was getting ready to mark it down, and the ball popped loose, and he ended up taking 2 steps forward and marking it.
So Portsmouth gets a break as Justin Nelson coughs up the football, but they hold on to the possession. It's 1st and 10 at the Nelsonville-York 25-yard line. 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. J.R. Glockner at quarterback. Andrew Newman, the lone back. He takes the pitch on the right side, looking for somewhere to go. He ain't going to find any running room. Buckeyes take him down for a loss of 2.
I tell you, number 4, one of the wideouts on the wing there, moved early, and the Buckeyes were pointing at him and saying, hey, you know, this guy's in motion, and no flag. But I tell you, excellent job by Josh Hodson, which was able to come in there and make the first hit on Newman.
Steve Young right in there also for the Buckeyes. 2nd and 12 now for Portsmouth at the Nelsonville-York 27. 2 backs in the backfield. Glockner at quarterback. Throws a quick pass out to the right. He's got Nelson, and he takes it inside the 25 to about the 22. It'll be a gain of 5. We're to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Tell you right now they're just setting that hitch and go up there, running that 5-yard curl pattern, and they're going to pump that to him here before long, and you know, he's going to turn upfield, and they're going to try to hit him long.
8:50 to play in the first quarter. 3rd down and 7 now for Portsmouth. Let's see if the Buckeyes can stiffen here. Bring up a 4th down situation. Out of the I formation are the Trojans. Again at the Buckeye 22-yard line on 3rd and 7. J.R. Glockner back to pass. It's a draw. Andrew Newman with it, and he'll take it to the 20, and that's it. He'll gain 2, and it'll bring up 4th and 5.
Hey, nice job by Steve Young. He had a hard rush up the field, but I tell you, he was able to spin off the block, come back, and make a good tackle on Newman.
So unless Portsmouth has a real good field goal kicker, they'll go for it here on 4th down and 5 at the Buckeye 20.
Tell you right now, they're averaging about 5 yards a pop on every time they throw it out to number 3, Nelson.
4th and 5 for Portsmouth. Buckeyes trying to hold. Glockner back to pass, throws on the right side. Nelson catches it, but does he have the first down?
I tell you, I think
he might have went out just short of it.
Yeah, and it's going to be awful close, and they got it about a yard short.
So the Buckeyes have held on down. Nelsonville-York offense will take the field on their own 16-yard line. So the Buckeye defense, they bent a little bit on that drive, but they did not break. They hold the Trojans on downs. 0-0. 7:50 to play in the first quarter. Nelsonville-York with their first possession on their own 16. Of course, leading the Buckeye offense, Jay Edwards at quarterback. He's thrown for about 270 yards. Hand off to Bear Lewis. He'll take it out to the 18 on a pickup of close to 2.
And he's brought down in there by number 50, the Trojans. That's Justin Skaggs.
Of course, Rob Gabriel coming in. He's got 300 yards in the first 3 games for the Buckeyes.
Rob's seen limited action last week in that second half. I didn't know that he had had a laceration on his chin, required around 15 stitches.
Pitch out to Gabriel on this side. He's got that speed, but right there, someone else with a little speed is Justin Nelson.
Brought down by number 3, Justin Nelson.
He's definitely going to be, you know, he's sitting back there at the safety corner position, and you know he knows that Gabriel's got good speed, and he's going to be that last, last safety man, making sure no one breaks anything wrong. 3
yards for Rob Gabriel, and the Buckeyes facing 3rd and 5 on their own 21-yard line. Bear Lewis at fullback. Rob Gabriel at tailback. Jay Edwards at quarterback. The Buckeyes with a couple wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Edwards back to pass, throws, and he's got his man Eric Davis for a Buckeye first down on a gain of 7.
I like that, Dave. That's one of the, seen Davis just run a little 10-yard down and out pattern, and I tell you, that's what we need right now. Need to have some quick hitters, let Jay set his feet, instead of keeping him back there real long, waiting for our receivers to get open downfield. I think the Buckeyes need to hit a lot of quick ones tonight. Portsmouth's got a lot of speed in the backfield.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. 6:24 to play in the opening quarter. No score. Bucks out of the I formation. Option coming this way. Pitch out, but the ball's loose. Still loose. Portsmouth, they say they have it. And they come up with it. 1st down and 10, Portsmouth at the Nelsonville-York 23. And obviously, if you're a Buckeye fan, you know those turnovers killed Nelsonville-York last week against Fairfield Union, and you hate to see the Buckeyes turn it over early here tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing you can see from up here, when they're running that option, they're just the tailback and quarterback is just too tight right now. They need to open that distance up between them so when that ball comes at them, it's not coming at them like a dart. You widen it out, that way that end has to take one or the other. Right now they're too tight and those pitches are coming too hard.
So Buckeye defense behind the 8 ball here. Portsmouth gets a turnover at the Buckeye 23. Glockner keeps it himself, looking to throw. Throws on the right side, and it's a touchdown for Portsmouth. From 23 yards out on 1st down, Glockner hits his wide receiver, and it's 6-0 Trojans.
Hey, a nice little play-action pass by Portsmouth, and big tight end was able to get behind our defensive backs, turned him around, and nice pass by Glockner.
Portsmouth will attempt the point after touchdown. Looks like it's John Chandler kicking. Kick is up. Buckeyes nearly block it, but it's through the uprights, and Portsmouth leads Nelsonville-York after the Buckeye turnover. 7-0, 6:03 to play in the 1st quarter. Nicholas Toppins on that touchdown reception for Portsmouth. Chandler will kick it away to Nelsonville-York. Eric Davis back to receive the kickoff.
Hey, Glockner's having a nice 1st quarter. He's 5 for 5. Looks on about 52 yards and a touchdown pass so far. Got a nice release, which is something different. Usually a lot of the Portsmouth teams are based on strong running backs, quick running backs. As this year it looks like right now they're going to be throwing the ball a good bit.
Chandler kicks it away. It's a low liner, but it'll be dead. The whistle blows. A flag is down. I believe it's offsides on Portsmouth. I believe they'll back up to the 35 to kick it away after the penalty. It was offsides on the Trojans.
That's Portsmouth's 1st penalty so far tonight.
Chandler looked really good kicking that extra point, but the Buckeyes are really up on the kickoff return, so he must not have a strong leg for Portsmouth. Chandler will kick it away from the Portsmouth 35-yard line. Beautiful night for high school football.
I tell you, I think this is probably one of the first nights we've had so far this year. It actually feels like football weather.
Chandler gets the signal. He approaches, and he kicks it down the field. Eric Davis will take it at the Buckeye 18-yard line, crosses the 25, the 30, has some running room up the middle, and takes it out to the 40, where the Buckeyes will have good field position.
Nice gain by Davis. Pitts on the tackle for the Trojans.
Of course, Portsmouth, their big player on defense was Tyler Clifford, the defensive end, and of course big schools like Michigan, Ohio State looking at him. I believe he committed to Cincinnati, but he's out, I believe, for the rest of the season with a broken collarbone he suffered last week against Chillicothe. Edwards keeps it himself, coming around the right side, takes it out to the 45 on a gain of 5.
Nice job by Jay. A little just fake dive, and Jay kept it brought down by Nelson.
So Clifford out for Portsmouth. I was looking forward to seeing seeing him play. Heard a lot of things about him, but again, he suffered that injury last week against Chillicothe, which was unfortunate, obviously. Buckeyes out of the power I on 2nd and 5 on their own 45. Handoff goes to Gabriel, and he lost the football. Portsmouth says they have it, and they do.
It's not going good right now for the Buckeyes. 2 turnovers in the first quarter, and Portsmouth capitalized on the first one.
Well, obviously, we all knew the Buckeyes, you can't turn it over against anybody really and win, as we saw last week. Of course, Fairfield Union with a good football team, but the Buckeyes still could have pulled that out of the fire after all the turnovers, but you just can't do that against a team like Portsmouth. Buckeyes down 7-0 after a turnover, and now Portsmouth at the Buckeye 44-yard line, 1st down and 10, 5:16 to play in the first quarter. Glockner on a fake draw. He still has it, throwing along on the right side. Nelson's open. He's got it at the 10-5, and let's see if he's in. Touchdown. 44 yards out, and it's 13-0 Portsmouth.
A nice pass by Glockner into their big-time receiver, Nelson.
You said early the Buckeyes would have trouble containing Justin Nelson. And John Chandler will attempt the point after touchdown once again. Nice snap. Kick looks to be off to the left, but it does go through. A low liner by Chandler, but the point counts. It's 14-0 Portsmouth with 5:07 to play in the first quarter. Delay a game on Portsmouth. I think it was unsportsmanlike on Portsmouth, and they'll kick it off back on their own 25-yard line. John Chandler will, and so the Buckeyes should have great field position. One thing about it, Buckeyes down 14-0, but like they always say, if you're going to get behind early. You got plenty of time to come back.
And I tell you, we've had 2 possessions. We've had bad field position each time. Hopefully this time we'll get the ball in good field position.
Chandler approaches, kicks it away. And David Jolly running backwards to try to run it down. They'll pick it up at the 18, and the Buckeyes are not going to have good field position. They'll be back at the 20.
Good special teams on Portsmouth.
So the Buckeye offense taking the field on their own 20-yard line. 5:02 to play here in the first quarter. 14-0, Portsmouth on top. Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 20. Jay Edwards at quarterback. A little draw play, I believe it's Eric Davis. He'll take it right back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost one to the 19.
Yeah, it looks like he might have lost about 1 yard. And I actually thought we were in motion. It looked like backside tackle moved in his stance, and I saw some Portsmouth players pointing at him, but no flag.
Buckeyes 2nd and 11 on their own 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Jay Edwards. Edwards looking for a receiver. Man being rushed, and he's going to go down back at the 5-yard line. That's going to be a 14-yard loss. So the Buckeyes will have 3rd down and 25 now, back on their own 5-yard line.
Hey, looked like we flooded everybody deep, and they just had good coverage. Right now, Jay's just, time will help Jay here. He'll just need to know to start throwing that ball, out of bounds toward one of his receivers.
Buckeyes out of the I formation. On 3rd and 25, pitch out to Eric Davis. And he's going to get it out to the 6, a gain of 1, but that's it. The Buckeyes will have to punt it away. Fourth down and 24 for Nelsonville-York.
Skaggs again in on the tackle for the Trojans, and once again we're deep in our own territory, and Jolly's going to have to punt out of his end zone.
Looks like David Jolly about 7 yards deep into the end zone. He drops the snap. The snap looked good. Jolly will now run with it, but he's got to run a long way for a Buckeye first down. And Portsmouth, they're going to have it at the Nelsonville-York 16-yard line. So things just not going well for the Bucks thus far tonight. 3:04 to play in the first quarter. It's already 14-0, and the Trojans 1st and 10 at the Nelsonville-York 16.
Yeah, you can't give a good team like Portsmouth, turnovers and fumbles. They're going to capitalize each time.
Portsmouth will go out of the I formation with a receiver split out on each side. J.R. Glockner at quarterback, hands off to Newman, crosses the 15 and takes it down close to the Buckeye 10-yard line. Be a gain of about 7.
Newman 16 yards so far in the first quarter on 3 carries.
2:35 to play in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 3 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 10. Nelsonville-York needs something good to happen. They need to get one of those turnovers back. See if they can knock it loose. Hand off to Newman on the right side. And he's still running inside the 5, going to the goal line. Looks like he stopped just shy of a touchdown.
I tell you, Joey Martin had great penetration there, and Newman just had his head up, was able to see a lane to cut back in, and almost took it to the end zone.
So it'll be 1st and goal for Portsmouth at about the half-yard line. Let's see if Glockner will keep it himself or hand it off to Newman right behind the fullback. J.R. Glockner hands it off to Andrew Newman, and he's in for a Portsmouth touchdown. And it's 20-0. Trojans, 1:49 to play in the first quarter. And as I said earlier, if you're going to get behind early, but don't get too far behind.
Don't get too far behind, that's right.
John Chandler will attempt the extra point. He's been good on the first 2, although the last one was a low liner through the uprights. Kick is up, and that one looks a little better. It's good. 21-0 Portsmouth, 1:49 to play, first quarter. John Chandler will kick it away for Portsmouth. So it's been a bad first quarter for the Buckeyes, but there's still 3 quarters to be played.
Right now the Buckeyes just need something positive to happen. We've had fumbles. We've missed blocks. Right now we just need something positive to happen so we could get our offense.
David Jolly takes it at the 20, coming to this side of the field. 25 at the 30, gets away from a tackler. 35, 40, and he's out of bounds at the 43 of Nelsonville-York. Nice return by David Jolly.
I tell you, it is a nice job by David Jolly, and maybe that's what we need right there. Maybe that'll get our offense going.
First and 10, Buckeye.
Jay Edwards trots out on the field along with Charlie Wynn and David Jolly. Buckeyes 1st and 10. They spotted at the Nelsonville-York 44-yard line. Nelsonville-York calls timeout. 1:40 to play in the opening quarter. 21-0 Portsmouth. Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Back to pass is Jay Edwards. A little screen out to the left. Eric Davis with it, trying to get away, and he'll pick up 2 yards to the 46-yard line.
It was a nice play by the Buckeyes. That's what we need right now. When you're outdone with a lot of speed on the defense, you need some screens, some misdirection, something to eliminate that speed. And it just looked like on that one, our line, which rolled out for the lead blockers, just got downfield too quick, and Davis couldn't get caught up with him.
Second down and 8 for the Buckeyes on their own 46-yard line. They'll go out of the I formation. Back to pass is Edwards, and he's hit hard as he throws it, and it's going to be picked off. Credit that to the rush. A flag is down, and it might be that they went to Jay's head.
That, or it could be a holding by a running back right there making the block.
Let's see what the call is, and it is on Nelsonville-York. Of course, Portsmouth will decline it. I believe Michael Purdy picked it off for Portsmouth. Again, credit that to the rush, because right as Jay was releasing it, he got hit hard.
Tell you right now, the Buckeyes are just really out of sync, and we're waiting for that good thing to happen. And hopefully it'll happen soon. Like you said, we don't want to get down too much too quick. And right now we haven't been able to really stop Portsmouth on the last 3 drives.
49 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Buckeyes down 21-0. Portsmouth will have it on their own 36. Glockner will hand it off to Andrew Newman, and he breaks away. He's at the 45, the 50, and he's finally knocked down by Bear Lewis at the Nelsonville-York 49.
Tell you what they did now, they moved Bear Lewis out and putting him man-on-man with Nelson and hitting him off the line, putting Davis behind him, and they just was able to Portsmouth capitalize on a linebacker being out of the middle of the field.
15-yard pickup for Andrew Newman. Portsmouth in Buckeye territory again at the 49. 24 seconds to play in the first quarter. Newman the lone back. J.R. Glockner at quarterback. Hands it off to Newman right up the middle. Breaks away from the tackle. Flag comes in. I believe we're going to have holding on Portsmouth.
I tell you, I saw Ernie Perkins being held by the center, and I think that's what they're going to call.
Clock is still running, but a flag is down. And it's going to hit 0. Now it stops 0.6 of a second to play.
Right now, that might not be a bad thing, letting the clock get out of this first quarter, let the Buckeyes get regrouped, and go into the second quarter trying to erase some of that 21-point lead.
Holding on Portsmouth. It'll be marked back to the Trojan 40-yard line. Portsmouth will have a first down and 21. I believe they're discussing the time now on the field. I believe about 10 seconds or so ran off once the officials tried to stop the clock on the penalty. And now they've got some time back up on the clock.
I'm not sure if it was that much, though.
There's 31.6 seconds on the clock now, and it looks like they're going to have the clock brought down a little bit. And it looks like they're going to leave it at 39.6 seconds to play. Now it's running down once the official give the signal. 21-0, Portsmouth leading as the first quarter winds down at Boston Field. But now Portsmouth calls a timeout with 20 seconds to play in the first quarter.
I think Portsmouth coach is a little confused right now. He's coming out wanting to know what's going on with the clock himself.
I think you're right. Again, there should have been more time put up on the clock, but I don't think it should have been that much time. I believe it might have been maybe 15 seconds, something like that. But again, we have a timeout on the field called by Portsmouth. 1st and 21 for Portsmouth on their own 40 after the holding penalty. J.R. Glockner at quarterback. Fakes a quick pass, and he's going to be sacked. Pardon me, he handed that ball off. He faked me out, and he'll take it out to the 45.
He handed that ball off. I think that's Stephen Carr with Steve Carr with the draw. Glockner faked the quick pass to Nelson, and then gave it to Carr, Stephen Carr.
Good defense for the Buckeyes, though. It only picks up about 5 yards. That's the end of the first quarter here at Boston Field, and the first quarter belonged to Portsmouth. They lead 21-0. Second and about 16 for Portsmouth as we begin the second quarter of play. Portsmouth on their own 45-yard line. Glockner back to pass, throwing out towards Nelson, and it's overthrown incomplete at the Buckeye 35. Eric Davis on coverage.
Tell you, that's what they were setting that play up earlier in the first quarter. They hit Nelson about 3 or 4 times just on a quick 5-yard hitter, and then that time Nelson hit 5 yards, did that little hitch and go, and Davis did a good job staying with him. Glockner just overthrew the ball.
So 3rd and 16 now for Portsmouth.
That was Glockner's first incompletion of the night.
Again, the Trojans with the football on their own 45-yard line. And we have movement. It looks like it'll be 3rd down and 21 for Portsmouth.
I tell you, I'm not real sure on that because they might call it on us. Once we break the line, the offensive guy has the right to protect himself, and it'll be an interesting call right here.
Illegal procedure on Portsmouth. That'll mark it back to the Trojan 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 21.
Mr. Phil Wynn wins the money, and he is donating half of it back to the school. Back to the booster. Thank you very much. That's most generous.
Once again, we got double coverage on Nelson on the far side. Bear Lewis going to cover him the first 5 yards, and then Davis will have him deep.
Glockner rolling to this side, looking for a receiver. That throws down the field, and that's incomplete. It's out of bounds.
I tell you, they're going to have a hold on Steve Young right here. Young was getting deep penetration, and he was held up by number 22. That would have been Newman for Portsmouth.
The Buckeyes will decline that and bring up 4th down and 20. .11:47 to play in the first half. 21-0 Portsmouth. Punting unit comes on for Portsmouth. Eric Davis and David Jolly back deep for Nelsonville-York. I believe it's Andrew Newman to punt it away. Nice snap. Good rush for the Buckeyes. Can't quite get there. Taken by Davis at about the 23-yard line. Coming this way, but he's going to be knocked down back at the 20.
By Steve Carr.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st down and 10 on their own 20. 11:37 to play in the second quarter.
His nice defensive series for the Buckeyes, and let's see if the offense can capitalize on that good defensive play.
I'd like to remind you, Buckeye football being brought to you by Nelsonville TV Cable Company. We're here because we care. Buckeyes out of the I formation.
Looks like David Jolly is now deep in the tailback position.
He'll take the handoff on the right side. Good running room for David Jolly. And he's got a 1st down and more. He'll pick up about 13 out to the 33.
First down for the Buckeyes.
That's the 3rd tailback tonight we've seen coming out of that deep I.
Buckeyes 1st and 10. Joe Schmelzer coming in with the Buckeye play.
Replacing Charlie Wynn.
Buckeyes with it on their own 33-yard line, and we've got a timeout called by Nelsonville-York. 11:14 to play in the second quarter. 21-0 Trojans. Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line. Hand off to David Jolly once again, and he'll take it out to about the 34 on a gain of 1.
Number 50, Justin Skaggs, again in on the tackle, and he's doing an excellent job in there at his defensive tackle position.
2nd down and 9 for Nelsonville-York on their own 34. Buckeyes trying to put together a drive here and get on the scoreboard. Jolly at tailback, Lewis at fullback, Edwards at quarterback. Edwards back to pass, slant to Davis, and it looks like that's picked off by Portsmouth.
I think it is. I think they're going to call it an interception.
And it is picked off by Michael Purdy.
Looks like Jay just threw the ball just a little too far in front of Davis, and what a catch by Purdy.
First and 10 Portsmouth at the Buckeye 43. Trojans already lead 21-0. 10.5 minutes to play in the first half.
First and 10 for the Trojans. Stafford over the ball at the center. Blocker calling a signal.
Portsmouth out of the I formation. And they'll hand it off on the left side on a counter. Pick up about 7 was Purdy.
Looked like Young was made first contact in there, and yeah, I tell you, that's a nice job by the Buckeyes staying in their lanes and was able to make that tackle.
Portsmouth at the Buckeye 36-yard line. 2nd down and 3. J.R. Glockner at quarterback. Portsmouth once again out of the I. Ball loose. Glockner picks it up, and he's dropped back at the 40-yard line.
And they called Steve Young, but I tell you, I think actually it was Josh Hodson on this side right here.
I think you're right. I think it was 23 and not 63.
Steve's on the far side of the field right now, and just one of the few mistakes Portsmouth made tonight, and it was a nice job by Hodson.
3rd down and 7 now for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 40. 9:20 to play before halftime. Glockner over center at quarterback. Takes a quick pass. Now looking left. Now he's going to run with the football. The Buckeyes in pursuit. And Glockner will go down after picking up maybe 1 on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
Tell you, Bear Lewis had a good line on him, and he got picked off, and it was a nice tackle in there. I believe it was by Charlie Wynn.
Let's see if Portsmouth punts it away. 4th and 6 at the Buckeye 39. And it looks like the Trojans may be going for it. Looks like out of the shotgun, but of course they may quick kick out of this. Glockner back to pass, looking for a receiver on 4th and 6, throws, and he's got his man. That's Purdy. And he's down to the Buckeye 24.
Right down by Charlie Wynn. And
15-yard pickup. Portsmouth at the Buckeye 25, 1st and 10, 8:12 to play in the first half. Out of the I formation. Glockner will hand it off on the draw play to Andrew Newman, and he's hit and dropped in the backfield. Nice play by Ernie Perkins.
Ernie Perkins getting, Ernie just followed the pulling guard and was able to go right to Newman. It was a nice job by Perkins.
Lost back to the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 14 for Portsmouth.
That will go ball at the center. Glockner holding the signal.
J.R. Glockner at quarterback on 2nd and 14 at the Buckeye 29. Glockner back to pass. Throwing to Nelson and incomplete. Eric Davis on coverage at the Buckeye 23.
Nice coverage by Davis, and Portsmouth's doing a lot of stuff right now with Nelson, trying to get him the ball. Been running a lot of quick hitches, and then they've also did the hitch and go a couple times. Nice coverage there by Davis.
3rd and 14 now for Portsmouth at the Nelsonville-York 29. And timeout called by the Trojans. 21-0. Portsmouth leads Nelsonville-York, 7:11 to play, first half. Portsmouth 3rd down and 14 at the Buckeye 29. Back to pass is Glockner. Throws out to the left side. Caught by Carr, and he'll dive down to about the Buckeye 21-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 8.
Tell you what they did there, they just ran Nelson long, try to set up Purdy on the backside. Once that cornerback goes, linebacker is has to watch that area. And a nice job by Will McLean.
The ref started the motion 1st down for Portsmouth, but obviously they're short. It's 4th down and about 6 at the Buckeye 21-yard line. Nelsonville-York needing to hold, but they're going to attempt a field goal. Chandler will attempt a 38-yard field goal here on 4th and 6. Glockner is holding. Nice snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. From 38 yards out, John Chandler puts it through.
Nice kick, and from here, boy, it looked like it just barely crawled over the crossbar. It was a nice job by Chandler.
6:14 to play before halftime. 24-0 Portsmouth.
Davis.
Chandler will kick it away. Chandler tacks up another 3 for the Trojans. Squib kick up the middle of the field will be picked up by Eric Davis, about the 18-yard line. Davis running to the right side. Eric trying to stay on his feet, and now a bunch of white jerseys will drag him down, and the Buckeyes will have it on their own 35. 6:04 to play in the first half. Again, still plenty of time in this game for the Buckeyes to mount a comeback. They can just get things rolling.
Defensively, I think we've definitely played a little bit better here in the second quarter. And offensively, we've had some good plays. We've been able to finally pick up a couple first downs. Right now, we're just we just still need something positive. We need to get on the board here and kind of end this streak right now.
Pitch out coming to David Jolly on this side, and he's taken down in the Buckeye backfield by Bradley Higgins. That'll be a loss of about 3 for Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes will have it on their own 32-yard line. 2nd down and 13. Jay Edwards at quarterback for the Buckeyes. Portsmouth with a bunch of people in the box. Edwards back to pass. It's a screen to Bear Lewis. Crosses the 40, and he takes it out to the Buckeye 44. He'll just be 1 yard shy of a first down.
Tell you, we had a lot of luck with that play last week, and we showed the tailback screen earlier to Davis tonight, and a nice job by Jay to get Bear the ball.
13-yard pickup. It brings up 3rd down and 1. Buckeyes on their own 44-yard line. Out of the power I are the Buckeyes. And the Buckeye tailback hit in the backfield, but he falls forward, and he's close to a first down right at the 45-yard line. We may have a measurement.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looked like he fell forward across the line, and it's going to be close. Well, I think he's going to be about 3-4 inches short. Then they just picked the ball up and threw it back this side, and he gained 3 inches, so I don't know.
Toss it around a couple more times. Of course, again, earlier in the game, we saw a penalty on the Buckeyes on a 4th down and about 5.5 yards to go, and after they marked off the 5, they actually give him the other half, and it was a 1st down. And the Buckeyes look to be just an inch shy of it. Just an inch or two shy of that 1st down. And that's 4th down.
The first official had it marked, and they would have been about 5-6 inches short, and they threw it to this official, and he gained almost 4 or 5 inches.
So the Buckeyes, even though they have it on their own 45-yard line, and it's 4th down 24-0, you imagine the Buckeyes will go for it. They need something positive to happen here.
Right now, Portsmouth is just beating us off the ball, getting to our backs before we can really make any type of cut at the line of scrimmage.
The Buckeyes will go out of the power I on 4th and inches on their own 45, but Jay Edwards may keep this. Let's see. And he will keep it, and he's got the 1st down. He's got about 3 yards. Takes it out to the 48-yard line. 4.5 minutes to play in the 1st half. Buckeyes down 24-0 to Portsmouth.
Tell you, this is what we need right now. Just this is a long drive here. Let's get 7 points on the board, and as we talked earlier, we get the ball the second half. And
Buckeyes out of the I formation. Edwards at quarterback, pitches it out to David Jolly on the right side, looking for running room, but he's not finding it. He's knocked down for about a 4-yard loss.
Tell you right, Portsmouth right now, they just got outstanding speed on defense, and we're able to make that initial hit, but we're just not being able to hold it. And Portsmouth is getting to us. We're gonna have a hard time running anything on the outside of the end tonight.
We knew coming in, Portsmouth was huge on the line, and also, as you said, showing quickness for their size. 2nd and 14 now for the Buckeyes, back on their own 45-yard line. 3:38 to play in the 1st half. Edwards back to pass. Being rushed, gets away from a defender. Edwards still running. Takes it down to the 40, and looks like he's got a Buckeye 1st down at the 40 of Portsmouth.
About a 14-yard scramble for Jay Edwards.
Looked like a couple Trojans had a shot at him back in the backfield, but Jay was able to elude those and run to the right side and pick up a Buckeye 1st down. Still plenty of time here in the 1st half, 3:20 to play. Buckeyes 1st and 10. It's spotted at the 39 of Portsmouth. Bear Lewis at fullback, David Jolly at tailback. I believe Charlie Wynn at wingback. Jay Edwards will roll to this side. And he'll be dragged down for a loss.
We're just not, Portsmouth right now is just too quick on the ends and the corners. We're going to have a hard time doing anything on the outside. I think we've had most of our luck running off tackle right now against them.
2nd down and 12 for the Buckeyes after the 2-yard loss back to the Portsmouth 41. 2:35 to play in the 1st half. Buckeyes needing to put some points on the board before halftime. Out of the shotgun is Jay Edwards. And he's being rushed, and he's going to be hit and dropped back at the 48-yard line of Nelsonville-York. On the sack is Bradley Higgins.
Higgins was able, once that end on this side came off the ball, there was no one there to pick him up. And
Buckeyes now 3rd and 22. Back on their own 48-yard line. 1:55 to play in the 1st half. And this night has gone about as wrong as it can go for the Buckeyes thus far. Third down and about 22. Buckeyes need to get just inside the 30-yard line of Portsmouth for a first down. Edwards throws on the right side. It is complete. I believe it's Eric Davis out there at the 46-yard line of Portsmouth. Be a gain of about 7, and it brings up fourth down and about 15 for Nelsonville-York.
And we'll definitely see the Buckeyes kick it here. We don't want to give, even with a minute to go in the second quarter, we don't want to give Portsmouth a chance to get good field position. And
Michael Purdy and Justin Nelson back deep to receive the punt for Portsmouth. David Jolly will punt it away. And the Buckeyes will use their third and final timeout of the first half with 55 seconds to play. Now the Buckeyes are going for it after that timeout. Edwards back to pass. It looks like they're going to set up a screen to Bear Lewis. They do. Bear Lewis takes it inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll pick up about 8 yards, but obviously well shy of a first down. He needed about 7 or 8 more.
Tell you, it could have been a couple things there. We saw Nelson back deep to return the punt. We definitely don't want to get the ball in his hands, and yeah, one of them things where if we can pick up maybe 4 or 5 yards on a screen, yeah, maybe that might look a little bit better than giving Nelson a chance to return a punt.
47 seconds to play in the first half, and let's see what Portsmouth does with the remaining time, leading 24-0, and a flag comes in.
Hey, we've had that's our third penalty tonight, and 2 of them have just been offsides on our defense.
As you said, offsides on Nelsonville-York. First and 5 for Portsmouth on their own 42-yard line, 46 seconds remaining. Glockner hands it off to Andrew Nelson on a draw play. He gets away. A flag is down. I believe we may have holding on Portsmouth. And that's what we got, holding on the Trojans. That one will come back. 38 seconds to play in the first half.
That's the 5th penalty on Portsmouth tonight, and I know they've had 2 holding penalties, and that negates a big run by Newman.
Of course, the Buckeyes a Division V school. Portsmouth a Division IV school. Last week, Fairfield Union Division III. The Buckeyes only play one team smaller than them, and that's Trimble, which will be next week, and then one other team their own size. The rest of them are bigger schools than the Division V Buckeyes. First down now and about 21 for Portsmouth out of the I formation. Clock running at 33 seconds.
I tell you, we almost jumped off sides again.
Andrew Newman takes the handoff. He'll pick up about 4. Clock running at 20 seconds here in the first half. Buckeyes trailed 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, and they've given up just 3 points here in the second quarter, but the Buckeyes have yet been able to crack the end zone. They trail 24-0 as the clock winds down here in the first half, and we've reached halftime at Dave Boston Field. Portsmouth 24 and Nelsonville-York nothing.
Before you are the combined Nelsonville-York Junior High and Senior High marching bands. In a couple of years, our high school marching band promises to be this large. To give you what the band will look like in the future, we've added flags and made dress to tonight's halftime show. We opened with one of the greatest marching band charts of all time. It's theme song from one of those famous Rocky movies starring Sylvester Stallone. Hang on as we perform "I the Tiger." Majorette. Twirling flags were Christy Jack, Kayla Henning, Faradican Jimmy, Amanda Smathers, and Raven Kyle. Tonight's majorette was senior Rebecca Boffman. How about a big round of applause for these young ladies? The setting for the video of this next song is about a member of the group called Outcast, named Andre, who portrays a rock star in 1960 variety show. In the video, Andre plays all musicians in the band, and Big Boy is the big talking manager. Take yourself back to the 60s as we rock to Hey Ya!
What are you looking for? Oh, she's over here. You'll realize that the group D12 and Eminem argue about who's the leader of their band. Hence derives the title for tonight's final song. Please no arguing in the stands or on the field because we all know Mr. Roth and Miss Paris are the leaders of the band. Be sure to listen to the percussion break as we jam to My Band.
at some stats for the first half of play for the Buckeyes. Rushing tonight, David Jolly leading the first half for the Buckeyes. He 5 carries for 16 yards. Jay Edwards, 5 of 7, 2 interceptions, 37 yards. Buckeyes led in receiving was Eric Davis, 3 receptions, 16 yards. And Buckeyes had 3 penalties, 15 yards, 3 fumbles, and 2 lost fumbles. Both fumbles were capitalized by Portsmouth. For the Trojans, Andrew Newman led them on the ground, 8 carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown. And Glockner lit it up in the first half, 8 of 11, no interceptions, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And his leading receiver was Nelson. He had 5 receptions for 65 yards.
John Chandler kicks it away, taken by Eric Davis. Davis crosses the 30 and is taken down at the Buckeye 31-yard line. 24-0, Portsmouth leading as we begin the second half. A little crisp out here tonight.
Tell you, it really feels good.
Football weather.
Yes, it is.
So let's see if the second half can bring better things for the Buckeyes. 1st and 10, Nelsonville-York on their own 31. Edwards rolling around the right side, and he's taken down. That'll be a loss of 2 back to the 29.
Tell you, they faked the quick dive into Jolly, and Jay was supposed to keep the ball and a little outside run, and nice job by defensive ends for Portsmouth.
We got a good one going on at Peden Stadium. The Buckeyes' next opponent next week, of course, the Trumbull Tomcats, and they're trailing Wahama 20-18 with just seconds remaining in the third quarter. Buckeyes second down at about 12. Edwards back to pass throws. He's got Eric Davis, and he's taken down right around the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8.
And Purdy on the tackle for Portsmouth. And tell you, right there is what we need a lot of. Just nice 7-8 yard out patterns, and you know we can feed off that, help our running game.
Buckeyes third down now and 5. Need to get to the 41 of Nelsonville-York. They've got it on their own 36. Out of the I formation. Handoff to the tailback. Struggling. And he's going to be stopped just shy of a first down. A late flag comes in.
And we're going to have a late hit. Jolly was down, and I think, I believe number 6, and that was Derek Wales, had a late hit with the helmet to the head.
And that's the call on Portsmouth. That'll give the Buckeyes a first down. We've played 1 minute here in the third quarter, 24-0, Portsmouth on top, and the 15-yard penalty will take it to the Portsmouth 45 for the Buckeyes have 1st and 10.
Tell you, Portsmouth had 5 penalties for 45 yards in the first half. That's something that they definitely need to improve on in the second half, but we're going to take anything we can get right now.
Bear Lewis at fullback, David Jolly at tailback. Edwards back to pass, throws a quick one, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Eric Davis with Justin Nelson on coverage for Portsmouth. Second and 10 for Nelsonville-York at the 45 of Portsmouth. Then the Buckeyes and the Tomcats. Friday night. Should be a good one here at Boston Field. Buckeyes will go out of the I formation. And second down and 10. Little counter play to Charlie Wynn. Takes it inside the 40 to the 38, gain 7.
Nice job, nice game by the Buckeyes. And tell you, I didn't get the number of the pulling guard, but they made a good hit out here on the trap play.
3rd and 3 for Nelsonville-York at the 38-yard line of Portsmouth. Whistle blows. And we have an official timeout. Looks like an equipment problem on the Portsmouth side. Yeah, looks like the player will have to jog off the field. Looks like he's having problems with his headgear. Buckeyes 3rd down and 4. Actually, it's about 3rd and 3 at the 38-yard line. Buckeyes need to get to the 35 of Portsmouth. Now the power I formation. Handoff goes to Jolly. And he's taken down after a gain of 1 to the 37. And he'll bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, he's going to fall short. And I'll tell you, I'm real impressed with the linebackers for Portsmouth. They're reading real well and coming up and making the hit before we even get to the line of scrimmage.
Buckeyes will go forward on 4th and 2 at the Portsmouth 37-yard line. Bear Lewis at fullback. David Jolly at tailback. A wide receiver split out on each side. Edwards back to pass. He's throwing to the right side and it falls incomplete. So Portsmouth has held on downs. 9:23 to play in the 3rd quarter. 24-0 Portsmouth.
A pass intended for Charlie Wynn, and he is guarded by Nelson. Just slightly overthrew.
Of course, about every game in the area rained out last night. Of course, this game was originally scheduled to be played tonight on Saturday night, but a lot of other games around the area, the Friday night football games postponed till tonight. And the quarterback hit and drop. J.R. Glockner hit and drop. Like Ernie Perkins and Joe Martin takes him down back at the 30-yard line.
Nice rush. That was a little play-action pass for Portsmouth. They're trying to get Nelson here, which is one-on-one with Davis. And tell you, nice rush by Perkins and Martin.
And that'll be a loss of about 7 yards. Yes. Brings up 2nd and 17.
And we had talked about some of the rain-delayed games. I believe there's even some games that are not scheduled till Monday night.
One of them's Belpre at Federal Hocking. It's been postponed on Monday night at 7. Glockner back to pass, looking for a receiver. Throws on this side, and it falls incomplete. Jay Edwards on coverage for the Buckeyes. The intended receiver was Michael Purdy.
I tell you, Purdy came out here, made a sharp cut, and he fell down, and Glockner just was locked on him, and instead of going to another receiver, he just waited for Purdy to get back up on his feet, and nice coverage out here by Edwards.
Talking about other games, again, Muhammad Trimble, that game's being played at Peden Stadium. Waverly at Athens, they were playing at 5 o'clock, so that game is in the books. And we have movement along the line. Again, it was 3rd down, about 17 for Portsmouth.
We're sitting Buckeyes right now, and I know coaches aren't going to be real happy with this, but we got 4 penalties, and I believe all 4 or 3 of the 4 are offsides. We're sitting waiting for the quarterback, instead of moving the ball, waiting for the ball to move. We're listening to the quarterback right now.
So it's 3rd and 12, offsides on the Buckeyes. Portsmouth with the ball on their own 36-yard line. Trojans lead 24-0, 8:37 to play in the 3rd. Glockner back to pass, throws a little pass to Newman, and he's got a 49-yard line. Gain of about 15. Meggs at Warren tonight at 7 o'clock. Minford at Vinton County. Tonight, River Valley at Alexander this evening. Wellston at Oak Hill. Zanesville at Logan. All those games, of course, were going to be played last night and being played tonight. Out of the I formation, handoff goes to Newman, fighting for some yardage, and he'll find a couple to the Buckeye 47. And brings up 2nd and 8.
Josh Hobson on the tackle for the Buckeyes. Hey, the Buckeyes have actually done a real good job on Newman tonight. Outside of one long touchdown run he had, they've held him to 43 yards tonight.
Second down and 8 for the Trojans at the Buckeye 47-yard line. Glockner at quarterback, and a little shuffle pass to Purdy. He's got a first down and more, still on his feet, and finally knocked out at about the 23-yard line of Nelsonville-York. Pickup of about 24 yards.
And that does go on the passing stats for Glockner.
First down for the Trojans.
7:36 to play in the third quarter. First down and 10 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 23. Carr and Newman in the backfield. Glockner at quarterback. Glockner fakes a quick pass, and he's hit and dropped for a big loss back to the 30, a loss of 7.
Hey, Glockner made that fake pump, and he turned around like he was going to give it to Newman, and Newman slid out of the backfield and was in the flats, and I think he was just kind of lost, didn't know where to go.
So to bring up, they actually spotted at the 29, so to bring up second and 16 for Portsmouth. 7 minutes to play in the third. J.R. Glockner at quarterback. Back to pass, throws out in the flat on this side. Purdy has it, and he takes it down to the Buckeye 20, a gain of about 9 yards.
I tell you, I think that might have been Newman. Looked like they hit, number 22. Hit him out of the backfield, and nice gain for Glockner. Nice tackle for David Jolly.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 20. Ball resting just inside the Nelsonville-York 20-yard line. 3rd down and about 6, maybe 7. Out of the power I formation. Option coming to the side. Pitch out to Newman. The ball's loose. Newman picks it up, but he's going to be taken down for a loss.
Hey, that's Portsmouth right there getting the same fate as the Buckeyes have had, running the option. Just tailback and quarterback just a little too tight right now on that pitch.
That'll bring up 4th down and about 8 for the Trojans. Ball resting at the Buckeye 22-yard line.
Hey, Portsmouth has had 3 fumbles tonight, but they've been able to get every one of their fumbles.
Timeout called by Portsmouth. 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. 24-0. Trojans leading. 4th down and about 8 for Portsmouth. Ball at the Buckeye 22. High snap. Glockner looking to throw. Throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. It looked like Purdy got a hand on it in the end zone. He was all alone back there in the end zone.
Hey, I saw him going down. I saw him come open. He passed David Jolly, and it looked like he stumbled. And then the ball was already released, and he just couldn't catch up with it.
It's the Buckeyes hold on downs. Nelsonville-York will have it on their own 22-yard line, trailing 24-0, 5:26 to play in the third. And they said Wahama has scored another touchdown. It's 27-18 with about 8:40 to play. Because obviously we want the Tomcats to win. We always root for the area teams, unless they're playing our Buckeyes.
I believe David Jolly, the ball carrier, looks like he's brought down in there by Skaggs. I tell you, Skaggs has had an excellent game tonight on defense for the Trojans.
2-yard loss for Nelsonville-York, back to the 20. 2nd down and 12. Buckeyes just not able to generate much offense tonight against this big, quick Portsmouth defense. Edwards back to pass. Throws out in the flat to Davis, and he's going to be hit quickly. Spun around And they're going to mark it at about the 12-yard line where his forward progress was. But that will be a loss. Going to bring up third down at about 21.
The Buckeyes have had a lot of success running the fullback screen, also the little slide screen here to Davis, and Trojans read it well that time.
Buckeyes will go out of the I formation. 4 minutes to play in the third. Pitch out to Jolly. Comes around the corner, and Jolly will be taken down after a gain of about 6. He takes it out to the 21, gain of about 7 for David Jolly. But it brings up fourth down and about 12. Buckeyes will have to punt it away. David Jolly will do the punting for Nelsonville-York. Purdy and Nelson back deep for the Trojans. Jolly gets it away. It'll be taken by Nelson at the 49 of Portsmouth, going to the far side of the field.
I tell you, they have a wall set up on the far side, and nice job. I believe he might have been knocked out of bounds by Jay.
And they mark it at the Buckeye 36-yard line. Portsmouth with good field position, leading 24-0, 3:15 to play in the third. Now they'll spot it back with the Buckeye 40. J.R. Glockner at quarterback for the Trojans. Andrew Newman, the lone back. Glockner back to pass, throws, and it's high to Justin Nelson, incomplete. Eric Davis in coverage for the Buckeyes.
Hey, the Buckeyes have done a good job on Nelson. He had 5 receptions for 65 yards in the first half, and they've kept him kept the ball away from him here in the second half.
Portsmouth leading 24-0 based on a big 21-0 first quarter against the Buckeyes. Glockner back to pass, throws, has his man. It's Carr, and he takes it down to the Buckeye 28-yard line. Steve Carr on the reception.
Looks like gain of 13. Charlie Wynn on the tackle for the Buckeyes.
Rare Saturday evening that the Buckeyes play during the regular season, but they're going to have another one when the Buckeyes travel down to MacArthur to take on Vinton County. That has been moved to a Saturday night. Glockner back to pass, being rushed. Joe Martin's going to take him down for the sack.
Hey, they were setting up the hitch and go again, and Davis had good coverage, and I'll tell you, nice rush by Joey Martin.
Loss of about 4. Brings up 2nd and 14 at the Buckeye 31. Carr at fullback, Newman at tailback, Glockner at quarterback. Now the I formation are the Trojans. 2nd down and 14. We got some movement.
Looks like number 58 on this on the right side for the Trojans moved before the snap, and we got a motion penalty on the Trojans.
5-yard penalty. It brings up 2nd and 19. Ball resting at the Buckeye 36. Out of the shotgun, J.R. Glockner throws out here to Carr, and he's hit by Jolly and dropped it to 40. It's another loss.
Hey, nice coverage by Jolly.
Well spotted at the 39, but again, that's a 3-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down and about 22 for Portsmouth. 1:40 to play in the third quarter here at Boston Field. Portsmouth 24, Nelsonville-York 0.
Hey, the Buckeye defense has definitely played 2 good quarters so far after that first quarter where we were giving the Trojans good field position. A couple big plays by Portsmouth, and they're up 21-0.
So third down. Third down and about 22 for the Trojans, and the whistle blows. Another flag on the play. Portsmouth will back up. And we have delay of game on the Trojans.
There's one part of tonight's game the Trojans coaching staff will not be happy with. That's they have 8 penalties tonight for 75 yards.
3rd and 27 now. Portsmouth out of the shotgun. Faulkner back to pass. Throwing long on the left. And it is caught. And it's going to go for a touchdown. It's completed, I believe, to Antonio Johnson. It goes for 44 yards on 3rd down and about 27. It looked like the Buckeye defender out in coverage stepped in front of him and tried to knock the ball away, but it was just barely over his outstretched hand, and Johnson pulls it in for the touchdown.
That's the 3rd touchdown tonight for Glockner.
Chandler will try to add the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:02 to play here in the third quarter at Boston Field. Portsmouth 31, Nelsonville-York nothing. Chandler will kick it away for Portsmouth. Eric Davis, the deep man for Nelsonville-York. Chandler approaches and kicks it away. And it's coming to David Jolly at the Buckeye 15. Jolly takes it to the center of the field, and he's taken down at the Nelsonville-York 27. .56 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Buckeyes out of the power eye. Edwards keeps it himself after the fake handoff, going around the right side, and he'll be tackled by Justin Nelson. Be a gain of about 4 for Jay Edwards.
Hey, right now, Buckeyes, what they got to do now is try to gain some confidence for going into next week's game against the Tomcats. We're down 31 points. Going to be going into the fourth quarter here in about 30 seconds. We just need to try to work on some offense, things that might be able we can look into doing positive next week against the Tomcats.
Clock running at 20 seconds remaining in the third. Out of the shotgun is Jay Edwards. Buckeyes 2nd and 6. Edwards being rushed. Gets away from trouble, but now he's going to be hit and dropped, and the ball's loose.
I think we might have got on it, but...
And they say it's Portsmouth football at the Nelsonville-York 24. Mama said there'd be days like this.
Hey, Buckeyes have had 4 fumbles, and we've lost 3 of them tonight. And Portsmouth has capitalized on all 3 of them so far, or 2 of them so far, and we'll have to see how the Buckeye defense can do right now.
1st and 10 Trojans at the Buckeye 24-yard line out of the I formation. Glockner will fake the handoff. Throws on the right side. Good coverage by David Jolly. Carr says he caught it, but the official says, no, you didn't. Nice try by Steve Carr, though.
Yeah, he actually came up and he thought he had the ball.
That's the end of the third quarter here at Boston Field. 31-0, Portsmouth leading. Buckeye cheerleaders: Jordan Bateman, Gina Safranco, Brittany Blair, Kaylee Boston, Rachel Kilbarger, Trista McLean, Allie Standall, Ashley Lanning, Kristen Mitchell, Nakona Cottrell, Raven Kyle, Bethany McCullough, Ashley Newman, Brittany Six, and Kendra Smathers. Buckeye Pep Band playing here under the direction of Terry Robb. About ready to start the fourth and final quarter of play. Portsmouth with the commanding 31-0 lead. Second down and 10 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 24. Faulkner drops back to pass, and he's hit right as he releases it. It's incomplete. David Jolly on coverage.
A nice rush by Steve Young and Joey Martin. I'll tell you, Joey's actually had a good game tonight, trying to get to the quarterback.
Intended receiver was Andrew Newman. Third down and 10 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 24.
That was the 22nd pass attempt tonight for Glockner. Which the Buckeyes might want to get used to that, because I'm sure we're going to see Trimble next week try to throw the ball a lot.
Third down and 10 for Portsmouth. Glockner over center. Fake handoff, Faulkner back to pass. A flag comes in, probably for holding, and he overthrows Justin Nelson. He might have been just throwing that one away because the Buckeyes were all over Nelson out there. David Jolly, primary man on coverage. Penalty on Portsmouth. Of course, it would bring up 4th and 10 if the Buckeyes decide to decline it at the Nelsonville-York 24.
I think the Buckeye coaching staff is saying decline the ball, and
holding on Portsmouth, and the Buckeyes will decline it. The official was all ready to march it off, and they will march it off. Buckeyes. I thought I saw the Buckeye coaches saying decline that.
Me too.
So it'll be third down and 20 now for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 34 instead of 4th and 10 at the 24. Out of the shotgun. Going along on the right side towards Nelson, and it falls incomplete. Eric Davis in coverage for the Buckeyes at the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you, Davis is after the first quarter. I tell you, Davis has really done an excellent job on Nelson. Nelson, had 5 receptions all in the first quarter, and for 65 yards, and he also had that big touchdown, and Davis has done a good job on them ever since.
Fourth down now for Portsmouth, 4th and 20 at the Buckeye 34. And Portsmouth will go for it out of the I formation. Faulkner back to pass. He might be setting up a screen. Pass to Steve Carr here on this left side, and he's taken down. Nice tackle by the Buckeyes. I believe that was Stephen Young. So the Buckeyes hold on downs. Tackle was made by Stephen Young of Nelsonville-York on that 4th down play. Buckeyes take over on their own 27-yard line. 11:34 to play in the game. 31-0 Portsmouth. Buckeyes with 2 wide receivers split out on each side out of the shotgun. Edwards back to pass, being rushed, and he goes down back at the Buckeye 19. Be a loss of 8.
Looked like number 54 for the Trojans had a straight line to Jay, and of course there's a bad snap, and Jay was able to get the snap. When he looked up, he saw number 54 for the Trojans. That's Kyle Irwin, and End up losing about 7 yards on the play.
Second down and 17 for the Buckeyes. Back on their own 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Jay Edwards. Hands it off on the draw play to David Jolly, and he takes it to the 20, which is the line of scrimmage. And the Buckeyes will have 3rd and 17. Charlie Wynn coming in with the Buckeye play. 3rd down and 17 facing Nelsonville-York. 10:25 to play in the game. Davis split out wide to the left. Wynn right to the right. Edwards back to pass, throws towards Davis, and it's incomplete. 4th down and 17 for Nelsonville-York. Again, a nice night for high school football, but it hasn't been kind to the Buckeyes tonight. David Jolly punts it away. Nice punt. It'll back up Justin Nelson. He'll take it at the 46 of Portsmouth. Crosses midfield and is taken down at the Buckeye 38.
Right down in there by Jared Taylor, number 55 of the Buckeyes. Hey, Buckeyes have had good field, have done a good job on the special teams on the punt. Done a good job. Nelson's very shifty, and they've been able to hold him with just minimal gain each time.
Portsmouth has pretty much spent the night in Buckeye territory, and they start there again at the 38. 1st and 10. Pitch out on the right side to Andrew Newman. And he's going to be taken down at the Buckeye 34, a gain of about 5.
Looked like Will McLean along with David Jolly on the tackle. Hey, Newman's only carried the ball 3 times in the second half tonight.
Second down and 5 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 34. Handoff goes to Newman, and he's hitting the backfield and dropped. Nice tackle. I believe it was Ernie Perkins. No, pardon me, it might have been Bear Lewis.
Yeah, I believe it might have been Bear Lewis.
So that's a loss of 2 yards. It brings up 3rd down and 7. Portsmouth at the Nelsonville-York 36-yard line, 3rd and 7, 8:50 to play. Trojans leading 31-0. J.R. Glockner at quarterback, drops back to pass, throws on the right side, and it is complete to the Buckeye 26. Be a gain of 10, and it'll be a 1st down. Actually spotted at the 27-yard line. Eight and a half minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Buckeyes are going to drop their 2nd straight home game. Out of the power I are the Trojans. Handoff straight up the middle. It'll be a gain to the Buckeye 22, a gain of close to 5.
That's the first time we've really seen the fullback carry the ball in a while. Nice little trap play on the inside.
Have an official timeout. Of course, Eric, you're the coach of the Little Bucks, and they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we play on the road tomorrow at Logan for everybody. 1 o'clock is our 3rd and 4th grade game, and at 3 o'clock will be our 5th and 6th grade game.
Now the power eye. Draw play to Newman. And he's knocked down at the Buckeye 18. Gain of about 4, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. $7:20 to play.
It is close to a 1st down, and it looks like they might bring out the chains for measurement.
Ball spotted at about the 17-yard line. And they will measure. First down for Portsmouth. So the Trojans 1st and 10 at the Buckeye 17. Clock running, 7:14 to play in the game. Now the power eye formation on 1st and 10. Gautner will hand off to Andrew Newman. Crosses the Buckeye 15 and takes it down close to the 11. Right around the 12 is where they'll spot it. Gain of about 5.
Yeah, I wasn't real sure who was on the tackle right there for the Buckeyes. I did see, I believe, Matt Fox maybe on the tackle.
Second down and 5 for Portsmouth at the Buckeye 12-yard line. Timeout is called by the Trojans. 31-0 Portsmouth, 6:19 to play. Second string offense in for Portsmouth. Second down and 5 situation at the Buckeye 12, and nothing doing there for the Trojans. Six minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Third down now and about 7 after the 2-yard loss. Ball at the Buckeye 15. Pitch out coming to this side. And the running back's hit by Charlie Wynn and dropped.
Nice read by Charlie. He saw the pitch, came up, make the stop.
Daniel Rudder also in on the tackle for the Buckeyes. Brings up 4th down on about 13. Portsmouth out of the I formation on 4th and 13. Pitch out to the right side. Running back looking for some running room, finding a little bit, but not nearly enough. He'll take it to the 18. Be a gain of about 3, but the Buckeyes have held on downs. 5:08 they'll take over here in the 4th quarter. Again, Friday night, Trimble will come into town and try to give the Buckeyes their 3rd straight home loss. Of course, Nelsonville-York will look to get back on track.
Yeah, I think right now the Buckeyes, Portsmouth right now is just a little bit better football team right now in the Buckeyes. You know, they were able to jump on them quick, and we see the number 2 unit coming in now for the Buckeyes also.
5:08 to play. Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 19. Schmelzer hands it off on the left side. I believe the running back was Daniel Fox. David Rudder into the game, trying to give some of the numbers. Coming in with the plays, Patrick Norway. Also jogging in for the Buckeyes, Brad Richards. Cody McLean comes out of the game. Buckeyes 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Hand off to the tailback. And he'll take it out to the 23-yard line. Gain of about 3 will bring up 3rd down and 6.
Hey, we should have a good crowd next week.
Micah Covert comes into the game. Should be a dandy crowd for the Trimble game. Of course, the Tomcats, I believe they're going to lose their game. They're down by a couple points to Wahama, but I believe Wahama had the ball with just seconds remaining, running out the clock. Of course, the Buckeyes losing here tonight. Schmelzer running to this side, takes it out to the 30-yard line. Looks like he's got enough for a Buckeye first down on a gain of about 7. And again, it looks like both teams will be coming into the game coming off of a loss. And if the Tomcats did go down to defeat, they'll come in at 3-1. Nelsonville-York, of course, their record now will be 2-2. Should be a good one here at Boston Field Friday night. Buckeyes out of the I formation. Running back crosses the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of close to 6.
That's number 46 for the Buckeyes, and I believe that's David Rudder on the carry.
Also in for the Buckeyes, David George. Adam Wagner was also in for the Buckeyes. 2nd down and 4 for Nelsonville-York. Hand off to the fullback. Pretty good hard running for the fullback. He takes it out to the 37. Buckeyes will have about 3 yards to pick up, 3rd and 3. 2:40 to play in the 4th quarter. Portsmouth leading 31-0. Schmelzer rolling around on the left side. And he's hit and dropped at about the 39. He'll pick up a couple yards. The Buckeyes will be facing 4th and 1.
Micah Clark on the tackle for the Trojans. And like you said, right now we got 4th down and 1. I believe he'll probably just go ahead and go for it instead of sending on the first team punt team.
Buckeyes 4th and 1 on their own 39-yard line. 1:45 to play. And Schmelzer keeps it himself, and he's got the first down. He picks up about 3 out to the 42. Cody McLean into the game. Bringing in the play for Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes out of the I formation. Pitch out coming to this side. Running back takes it out to the 46-yard line. Good hard running there by David Rudder.
Brought down in there by the Trojans, number 5, that's Shane Porter.
1 minute to play here at Boston Field. Buckeyes 2nd down and about 6 on their own 46-yard line. Joe Schmelzer, quarterback. Rolling to this side. And he takes it out to midfield. Joey Edgell also into the game for the Buckeyes. Also Silas Stotts. Clock running at 22 seconds to play. Buckeyes have it at midfield, 3rd and 1. Schmelzer keeps it himself, dives forward, but he's taken down right around midfield, and that's going to be the final play of this ball game. Portsmouth has come in to Boston Field and have impressively defeated the Buckeyes 31-0.
Okay, I have some stats for tonight. For the Buckeyes, Buckeyes was led on the ground by David Jolly, 10 carries, 22 yards. Through the air tonight, Edwards was 7 of 13, 2 interceptions for 37 yards. Leading receiver for the Buckeyes tonight was Eric Davis, 5 receptions for 16 yards. Penalties, Buckeyes, 4 penalties, 20 yards. And on fumbles tonight, 4 fumbles, 3 of them lost. Total yardage for the Buckeyes tonight, just 86 total yards by the Buckeye offense tonight. And once again, it was plagued by 5 turnovers for the Buckeyes, which Portsmouth definitely capitalized on those early in that first quarter. For the Portsmouth Trojans, they were led on the ground tonight by Andrew Newman, 14 carries, 51 yards, and 1 touchdown. I tell you, through the air tonight, Glockner, 16 of 25, 234 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Portsmouth through the air tonight, receiving Justin Nelson, 6 receptions for 78 yards. And Portsmouth, the only bad thing really the Trojans have to improve on for next week, they had 10 penalties for 85 yards, 3 fumbles, but they recovered all their fumbles. Total yardage tonight for the Trojans, 293 total yards. So I tell you, the Buckeyes fall short tonight, and I tell you, they ran into a pretty good Portsmouth Trojans team.
Of course, Portsmouth, with, as we saw, both size and quickness, and they have really a good, solid football team, the Portsmouth Trojans do. And, of course, they prove it in defeating the Buckeyes here at Boston Field 31-0. And Nelsonville-York, they don't have time to lick their wounds. They've got the Trimble Tomcats coming in Friday night.
I tell you, the schedule just really gets harder every week. This is one year that everyone in the Ohio division is actually pretty strong. Benton is doing well, so is Meigs, and we're not going to be able to look at this game very long. We're going to have to step it up and get ready for each game coming up.
Once again, the final score: Portsmouth 31, Nelsonville-York 0. On camera, Tony Ferns, and for Eric Dean, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.
No, Mark will do. It's over. Over.
22-7. Where we set up? Did you see where they set us up? We're on.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. On behalf of Superintendent Jack Loudon, Trimble Local Board of Education, and our most gracious host, the Ohio University Bobcats, welcome to King Stadium and tonight's game between the White Mountains of Lahama High School and the Trimble Tomcats. Lahama is a member of the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission and is currently the 3rd-ranked Class A football team.